Investigators are working now to try to determine what caused two firefighting helicopters to collide midair in Southern California. 3 people were killed in this. CNN's Camila Bernal joins us now. She's got more on this. Camila, tell us what is known so far as to what has happened, as clearly they're investigating the cause.
Hey, Kate, yeah, it's 2 helicopters. One is an observer helicopter. The other is the one that does the water and retardant drops. And we're told they were making progress when the 2 collided. They were working on the Broadway fire. This was around 6 p.m. Sunday night, and it was a fire that started as a structure fire, but then it spread out to the vegetation and it became a wildland fire. Officials saying that, yes, they were working on this 3-acre fire when the 2 helicopters crashed. Thankfully, one of the helicopters, the observer helicopter, was able to land safely. The other did not, and so it caused the death of 3 people. This is the first 3 deaths in the 2023 fire season here in California. It was a pilot, a division chief, and the captain. Here is what the regional chief is saying about these 3 members of their team.
We have lost 3 great individuals, 3 fathers, 3 husbands, 3 friends, and we want to tell everyone, well, the sacrifice should not be in vain.
And the chief saying that everyone should be thinking about those families because, of course, they are grieving the loss of their own, the people that put their lives on the line. And as you mentioned, NTSB is investigating, so we'll have to wait and see what they say is the exact cause of the crash, Kate.
Yeah. Camila, thank you very much for that update. Joining me now is CAL FIRE Deputy Director of Communications and Incident Awareness, Nick Schuler. Nick, thank you so much for being with us today. I know we are just learning from CAL FIRE the victims here, Josh Bischoff, Tim Rodriguez, and Tony Souza, who was the pilot. What can you tell us about these firefighters and this pilot and how the community is responding to this tragedy?
Well, yesterday was a difficult day across California as a whole, but especially in Riverside County. When these firefighters go to work every day, they don't expect to not return home. And yesterday was a difficult day. At approximately 6 o'clock, they were dispatched to a vegetation fire in the community of Cabazon. And just before 7 p.m., there was a midair collision between the 2 firefighting aircraft. The cause of that is yet to be determined, but the NTSB and the FAA are actively investigating.
Look, these are dynamic situations, and this is really driving home what you all are putting on the line when you're fighting these firefighters. We see the vegetation here. We see how quickly a fire can get out of hand and how they are rushing to the scene, no doubt, to try to minimize what could grow. Do you have any information about how this all happened?
Well, this incident just occurred hours ago, and our number 1 priority was making the unfortunate notifications to the family that a tragic event had occurred and they've lost a loved one. And secondly, taking care of the other firefighters and their families. There is an active investigation going on to determine why those aircraft collided. We have one of the most highly sought after aviation programs in the world. Last year alone, we dropped over 24 million gallons of water and retardant on fires, and this is an extremely rare event, so it's extremely important that the investigation is methodical, but currently at this point, it remains under investigation.
Can you tell us a little bit about the role of these aircraft? I mean, these helicopters were 2 of the 6 aircraft that were responding to the fire. These are obviously essential tools for fighting fires in Southern California.
Yeah, you're correct, Brianna. In Southern California, or in California in general, we respond to thousands of fires each year. And one of the aircraft was a helicopter coordinating aircraft that essentially coordinates the fire traffic area for all of the other resources. The other helicopter that fortunately landed safely is a water dropping helicopter known as a sky crane that can drop approximately 2,600 gallons of water. It's a tragic event, but we are at least happy to report that 2 of the pilots in the other aircraft were able to land safely and were uninjured.
Yeah, thank goodness they were able to land. According to CAL FIRE's tracking site, these deaths that we're talking about are the first of the 2023 firefighting season. Are we going to learn more information? Can you tell us when we'll learn more information about what happened and about the lives lost?
Yeah, the lives lost are a story that will continue not only at fire stations around the state, but in memory of the families, and that's something important to remember. As in regards to the investigation itself, we're going to look to the experts who are the FAA and the NTSB to provide us guidance, and we will fully cooperate and support that as the safety of not only our aviation fleet but our firefighters on the ground are our number one priority.
Nick, thank you so much for taking time with us today. We're so sorry for what you and the entire CAL FIRE community and these families are going through as you continue to fight fires during such a critical time in California.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for covering the story.